Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. It's back and it is moving. We're coming to you live from Arizona. Let's do it.
Grab that book. Get into it a little bit.
Hello and welcome. It's Talkin' Baseball live from a couch in Phoenix. My name's Jimmy. Between me and Jake is Trevor. And on the other side of the room is producer BBD. This episode is brought to you by SeatGeek. And, you know, spring training is on.
Yeah.
There's going to be games. If you want to go see one, you got to go to SeatGeek. Use the app. They will rate every ticket 0 to 10 to make sure you're getting a good deal. We got the hookup. Use code TALKIN for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. $20 off your first purchase with the promo code TALKIN. Make sure you click the link in the description. Download the app. Code TALKIN, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Trev, how you doing?
James and Jacob and BBD, it's so good to be in your presence. We got the chat up right here.
We're live.
Look, we're out in Arizona having a great time, but the real reason I'm happy, baseball's back. That's the title of our show today. And also, these moves are happening. We might even go to a baseball field today. It just feels like all that lockout shit that we went through, like we all went through it together, we're done. This is regular baseball now. We get to talk about it. What's up, bro?
It's crazy. When we were lining up this episode, like someone was like, "Yeah, and you guys, you haven't even wrapped up like CBA talks." It's like, wait, we're gonna have to circle back on that another time when they announce what the actual shift rules are and stuff.
Yeah,
we're the #1 labor pod in the world.
People say that.
I
say that.
I have a way
now
we can wrap it
baseball's
up.
running.
Let's wrap it up.
Because
Wrap me up.
I don't care about the negativity of it all. I don't want to get lost in the fake deadlines and the fake stuff at all. I want to just tell people real quick, and we can do more as the more of the rules come.
Okay.
Something we like about the agreement. Because I know, Jake, there's a rule that he's been screaming on this podcast and on Talkin' Yanks for the last 4 years. He's been asking the league to do this, and now they're doing it.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page with that.
I am too. I came over to Jake's side.
That's
Balanced schedule.
It's kind of what I think too. Yeah, we've been talking about realignment, balanced schedules for a long time, and we're gonna get it. And it starts this year or next year?
Next year.
Next year.
So every team will play every team. It won't be just the Yankees only play AL East team or NL East teams. The next season they play NL Central. The next season they play NL West. Every team plays every team.
Love it.
Every season.
Like if you're a Mets fan, you're gonna get to see Shohei Ohtani every single year, and I think that's kind of the beauty of it. This also sets us up for expansion. It sets us up for a realignment of the divisions and possibly the league. And I think baseball needs that. So this is the first step in that process. I hope we really go through it with like a fine-tooth comb. We get it right. But like if we do get it right, this will be excellent for the sport.
Yeah, like within the CBA, we're probably going to be adding 2 more teams. Like I think that's in the timeline.
You think within the next 5 years?
I think so,
Really?
man. I think baseball's
announcing
thirsty
them,
for
maybe?
it because then you got more teams. You can add more playoff teams. Anyways, and dude, the other thing with the CBA, and I think another reason we don't really feel like we need to talk about it, I think it landed in a really good place. Like
Wow.
the
Depends who you
players,
talk to. Yeah.
I think the players from where they were a week and a half, 2 weeks ago ended up in a good place. Like some of the rumors we heard about CBT and stuff like that. Also, like the rule changes. No one's punching air. Like, the 7-inning games are gone. Like, that's going to be a joke in a couple years. Like, they're banning the shift. We don't know how.
No more ghost runner or, like, starting with second.
But, like,
runner on second either, right? That's gone.
It seemed like
That's gone?
that's gone.
The runner
real
on
baseball.
second's gone?
Yeah.
Just gone.
Thank goodness.
So that goes down as a joke in baseball
It
history.
is a joke. It was always a fucking joke.
That's awesome that it's gone.
Yes.
I'm fine if they do something after the 11th inning to
Right,
not,
we
not
had
have
some creative
position players
ones.
pitch, but that wasn't exciting. No one cared
No,
about that.
No. You even said yourself the walk-offs weren't even cool.
No, they ruined one of the more fun
Yeah.
things in baseball
Yeah.
with that rule. People started to get Stockholm Syndrome with it, and they were like, actually, it's not that bad. It's like, no,
bad.
dude, it was bad. It was
Bad.
like you never flipped over to be like, oh, there's a runner on second.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
It was never good.
Our ideas are better. I'm going to give a tidbit. Please do not play the song. Give a tidbit.
Okay.
Okay, we don't need. We're keeping this thing tight.
Don't play the song.
We're keeping it tight here.
You're firm on
I
that.
think I can share this. I was at dinner last night with a couple of my friends from the Oakland A's, and we were talking about the calls, like the player calls about the agreement.
Sure.
And, like, you know, lots of dudes on these calls. The one guy that these guys kept mentioning that was like a stickler and was asking questions and was pissed about everything, Jack Flaherty.
Yeah.
You guessed that.
Yeah, they said that it came to a point where, like, they'd be like, Jack, you have your hand up, and Chapman would be like, here we go. So that's what I'm talking about. Jay Flair, get in there, man. I like that a lot.
Dudes.
I like that a lot.
That's
Cardinals were one of the teams that voted no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yankees, Mets, and Astros.
Yeah. That's who they were. But we're done.
And we're
Baseball.
I mean, I think we catch up with some of that stuff along the way, but now baseball's moving.
I do think that the leaders committee voted 8-0 against it, and then kind of trickled down to the players like, well, you guys can vote yes. We just need a united front against it. So the next CBA will be like, well, we didn't vote for that. Our players did.
I can see how you would think that.
It's too neat that it was 8-0. It's too neat.
I think I know how you could think that, but I also, if you're those 8 guys and you go and talk about it, like, they've been like together in this for so long. I mean, it was 4 months. It was like a 4-month thing. It seems pretty natural that they'd all be aligned.
I guess so.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Like that.
All right, we got a ton of trades and news. We're going to kind of put like timers on the clock here to talk about everything. I think we are starting with the Mets and like New York teams in general, but really we're starting with the Mets because the Mets got some guys. They improved, but also I think the cooler thing about it is they added the 4th tier of tax, basically the Cohen tax. That they were scared he's just going to spend so much money and buy everyone. So what's the first move the Mets make? They just trade for one of the best pitchers available. Like, oh, you don't want us spending money? Okay, boom. We're still going to get guys. And then they go pick up Adam Ottavino. So they get Bassett from the A's, which starts the A's spending, and makes their rotation really nice.
Deep. I mean, I don't know if you have Bassett's numbers up. I kind of briefly looked at him. I think he has top 10 Cy Young votes the last 2 years.
Back to back, yeah.
So this is your 3rd starter. You have Jacob deGrom, who's arguably one of the best pitchers of all time. You have Max Scherzer, who's arguably one of the best pitchers of all time. Those are your top 2 guys. Oh yeah. Here's a guy that just got top 10 Cy Young votes back-to-back years. He's your 3 starter. And behind him, Taiwan, Cookie, McGill. I was talking to Jerry about him. We got to figure out what to do with him. The depth is there. The Mets are scary. They've made 50 moves this offseason. Uncle Stevie, you're not there yet, but you're winning me over, okay? Like, we're not friends yet. We're not friends
You're
yet.
both businessmen.
I know this, though. Knowing people like him that, you know, that mindset that he has, he loves the Steve Cohen tax.
Oh, yeah.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
Fired up about that.
Yeah. And don't forget about the Mets made a lot of moves before
That's
the
what I'm
lockout.
saying.
We'll save it for
And Lindor is like new to the Mets. Like, he's not.
We'll
like,
save it for the full TPP about the Mets. And thank you to everyone who voted. We had how many people ranked the teams in our survey, BBD?
2,100 when I looked this morning.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot
crazy.
of people.
Yeah.
It's a hard activity to do. But we will start the TPPs, and then they will be coming like 3 a day, or I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be wild.
They're going to be rolling out hot.
Jake, your Mets?
Yeah.
My Mets, Bassett, I feel like I say underrated too much. Maybe it's just not enough spotlight in Oakland, but Trev, since 2018, this dude's made 70 starts, 29-14. We're a big win-loss.
Yeah.
3.23 ERA. Like, hey, I know you're getting some Oakland. I know you're getting some foul outs. I know Matt Chapman's been at third for you.
Give this one for the nerds, bro.
The ERA plus is 129. As your 3 starter, and he's a funky at bat. You've been on that early. Like, Taijuan Walker now going to the 4th starter, who he had the the opposite halves last year. The Mets are super real. Like it unfortunately it ends up in a conversation. It literally happened at the breakfast table this morning. Is what do you do with the Metsy side of it? And we were talking like, I was saying like I think Buck Showalter is important. Like I think he needs to change the perception of who the Mets are. I think Max Scherzer, you pointed out, like he's a leader of men.
Yeah.
He's going to change that clubhouse. Like the Mets are very real. And then Peter Moylan started talking Braves, and everyone kind of tuned him
Peter's
out.
so mad that we're giving the Mets compliments. He can't
He's a
stand
Braves.
it. It's ridiculous.
Braves and Mets fans
Braves are
don't
good
like
too, Peter.
each other.
And you just won the World Series, so chill out a little bit.
Let's go Mets, babe.
Let's go Mets.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're,
Good
the
for the
moves
Mets.
they made.
Ottavino as well
Yeah?
to the bullpen. That's the other move they made, and it's a pretty good bullpen now. The Mets are good.
The Mets are good.
I hope it comes together.
The Mets are good.
They are the Vegas favorites in the National League. And whether that's, them trying to capitalize on the news and they want everyone betting them, I don't know. But to go from where they were to where they're at now in the blink of an eye, essentially, less than 18 months.
Yeah. If you're a Mets fan, make sure you're checking out Shea Station because they're doing like their player
Yeah.
profile and projections
Yeah.
and recording a lot while they're together, Jerry and Jolly.
And they know way more
Here.
than us.
And they know way more than us. And they jumped on and did a live reaction. They're excited. So it's been exciting times. We flew here and got a ton of news.
Love it, man.
Speaking of, we'll do the Yankees Twins trade because I do think that's the next biggest action that we've had.
I took a poll at the breakfast table this morning because I wanted to see how biased we were being. Like,
Did you ask
was the-
non-Yankees fans?
Yes, I asked Blake, and I was like, "What is the Yankees Twins trade the biggest transaction since baseball's been back?" And they said yes.
I
gotta
just
remember
think
who
in
else signed.
names.
Yeah, it's a big
I
deal.
just think
Sure.
because whenever you get that many major leaguers trade
Right.
in one trade, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
People also
As
forget
far
how good
as
Josh
shift-
Donaldson is.
As far as shift of talent, there's been other stuff, I think.
Josh Donaldson is a monster.
Like
And
the
like-
Bassett trade is
You think that's more impactful to the 2022 season? It's tricky.
It's close.
It's
That's
close.
close.
It's close.
it's close.
Yeah.
Like Josh Donaldson, Trev, we should
Because
also
this trade
preface-
could be a wash. Like this trade could be like both teams just stayed at the same skill level with different payrolls.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you one of these teams just got significantly better.
The
I
Mets
can
are
tell you
going
the
for
Mets
it. The
got
A's are
better
better.
on
You
the
really
Bassett
think
trade.
so? You don't. I answered this question this morning with Chris Rose on Baseball Today. Great show. I said I think 100% the Yankees got better because of this trade.
In certain areas, yes, but now they have a giant hole at catcher. And shut up. Gary could hit. He was a top 5 offensive catcher
Most home
last
runs.
year.
Most home runs from the catcher position since 2016.
Like,
And he spotted everybody 4 months to begin 2016.
So,
Still
like,
had
for
the
everything
most.
Gary Sanchez was, that
I've been
dude
ringing
is,
that bell for a while.
that dude is a catcher who hits home runs.
But we're in a world now where it's data driven, and they probably said we can save more runs with a better defensive catching duo than Gary's going to bring to us offensively. If we can add other pieces to the lineup, then it gets even better for us. So I think that's kind of what they're thinking. They are. I mean, once your ace already has his own catcher, the writing's kind of on the wall. That like they
Cole has
need,
his own catcher everywhere.
but I think they're going to value that a lot more going forward. As I think organizations really do already, and I think the Yankees are going to start to value that even more. Like stealing strikes and like making sure your pitchers are comfortable is very important.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
But but my point is they lost their third best bat last year.
Go Gary, man. Hope
So
he
like
goes off.
losing Gary just because Yankees fans hated him and his defense isn't above average doesn't mean they didn't just lose a guy that actually hit from a position
Yes.
that gets no
Sure.
hitting.
Right.
So they have a huge hole at catcher
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh, what if they put Connor Falefa?
People are saying that, but they're not going to
I
do
just
it.
thought about that.
So the Yankees,
They won't do
if
that. They won't
if the Yankees allow Falefa
Maybe
to
they will.
steal, the Yankees allow him to steal. He grabbed 20 bags last year. Then yeah, but that's up to. We don't know if the Yankees. They told no one else to steal. So
And
like,
The reason there's still so much that has to happen, and it's not even like Yankee fan like they got to shake it up even more and keep going. Like, dude, right now the catcher position it's Higgy and Rortvet, which hey, 24-year-old Ben Rortvet, I hope you're a stud. Higgy's a friend. But with IKF at short, which, hey, let's say that's the plan. He's a defensive stud. He slaps it around. I was telling BBD on Wake and Jake this morning, his stat page looks like one of the 80s shortstop. Like, hits 270, 280, but his OPS is like 600s. Like, there's not a
lot of power there.
So, but I guess that's what I'm saying is that the Yankees, if they go into their season with a catcher and a shortstop who aren't really offensive options, they've said they want to do something at first base. What's going to happen there? Luke Voigt's still floating around. What does DJ LeMahieu play? Does Gleyber Torres get traded? There's so many questions in Yankees land that we could look back at this and be like, this was the start of the Yankees changing over. And
I do think it's a huge pivot point. But I don't know if and maybe they got better, but not like crazy better.
I just think we're underestimating what Josh Donaldson can bring. I think he's going to be super motivated going over there, and a guy like him motivated.
Well, they needed fire, Yankee. Like we've been as fans,
exactly.
We've been saying
Kyle made a
intensity.
good point about that. Everything that you guys have been asking for, it got addressed.
Well,
more athletic, the fire, the clubhouse,
I'll wrap it up because then we'll move to the Twins, which I think is a more interesting combo.
Check out Talkin Yanks.
Talkin Yanks, but I said the Yankees addressed everything we've been asking for with this trade. But it's kind of like we ordered it. We asked for a sandwich and they gave us one, and we were like, wait, but I don't know if that's the kind I want.
I know. I get
that's the
that
vibe.
Feeling for you guys. Over under. Before we move on, over under half amount of games IKF spends at catcher with the Yankees.
At catcher,
half.
Started. Game started.
Just appears as a catcher.
Appears.
Yeah.
Oh, like 0.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, over. I thought you meant playing
is he going to play a game at catcher?
No. Appearance, I'll give
play
you.
In a game.
I'll take the over.
He will.
You think so, for real? I think that's
just like a ninth inning.
He's a stud.
I would love that.
He's a stud.
I don't know why I would love that.
I know this was popular around the house when it happened, and a lot of baseball fans. Cole and Donaldson had some beef, and Brian Cashman just said now that he did give Garrett Cole a call, and Garrett Cole said, "I'll be fine."
I'll be fine. No, how's his voice?
I'll be fine.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Josh Donaldson's going to walk up to him.
Hi. I enjoyed it.
He's going to walk up to him and be like, hey, bro, we good? And be like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
going
to be what
that's
happens.
men.
Over.
Yeah. These motherfuckers are rich, and they want to win a World Series. That's
Red Sox fans could hate Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, the Yankees needed a bad guy. Let's pivot to the Twins.
Okay.
This is more interesting part of this trade for me. I'm so confused and interested, and I think I like what the Twins are doing. I think the Twins are sneaky going.
Twins.
I think they're sneaky going for it here, Trev, without putting too many chips on the table. They're like, all right, we're cutting salary by having the Yankees take on Donaldson. By trading with the Rangers, first, they got a pitching prospect from the Rangers. So I think net, the final Twins moves are they got rid of Garver and they replaced him with Gary. Mm-hmm. They got rid of Donaldson and they replaced him with Gio. Mm-hmm. I think those slightly worse, but if they catch up with if Gary is less pressure and he just gets to be more fun loving and Gio's a stud, it could be a wash. And then
there's a world.
So
where
if you say it's a wash, they also cut $50 million.
That's the big thing.
Plus got a prospect. So if they just kind of, washed out, they also cut salary and got a prospect, and they added Sonny Gray with the trade with the Reds. So I'm kind of super. I think the Twins are, if they were like, let's cautiously get better, while cutting, they're kind of doing a good job.
They are. I mean, look, this is you can say it's a smart move because and it's only a smart move if they go and reallocate that money.
Yeah.
If they just save $50 million and don't do anything, it's not a smart move. I'm sorry. It's a cost-cutting move. If they say, now we have $50 million open, I don't know how much of that is this year, but there's interest in Trevor Story, apparently. I mean, they need to address the pitching staff. I know they just traded for Sonny Gray. They got Joe Ryan last year. Who else is on the staff? I'm trying to look right now.
So that's the concern because, Maeda got TJ, right?
They got Bundy.
So it's Sonny Gray, Dylan Bundy, Bailey Ober, Joe Ryan, who we like, young stud, hot.
I like Joe Ryan, hot.
Randy Dobnak, who we like, handles jokes.
That doesn't mean we don't like him. Just saying, this. We just talked about Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, and Chris Bassett on a rotation. This is the stuff. That's the kind of players that if you want to win a World Series, you need. And they don't have that right now.
They
so
need
take some of
pitching.
that money you're saving and go get somebody. I don't even know who's available on the pitching market now.
There's not a lot.
Right?
That's the whole thing.
Olson rumors are like going right now.
What do we got?
Like it's happening today. Buster's on it. Like it's going. It's happening.
Yeah, Dan Rourke tweeted, "Go trade for him now." Shook his hand twice yesterday.
That's smart. That's smart.
So that's exciting. So yeah, I mean, the Twins rotation needs to get better.
Twins Twitter, hit me up and tell me like if you think you know the plan. I'm hoping they just reallocate that money, but like I said, there's not a lot of free agent pitching out there that they can spend on. So trades have to come. It's kind of the same old song and dance with the Twins. It's been that way for 20 years. Like we need pitching.
And know what, dude?
Not 20 years. I'm sorry, that's not right.
The Twins, they had a down last year. It
lineup's
felt
good,
like
though.
they got snake bitten. Like their pitching just wasn't enough. Like this is kind of a fun baseball team.
It
like,
is.
If you look at every player on the lineup, like Arias, love watching him play. They just paid Buxton. Like this is still in the Twins' head. This is a Twins window, but it's how much do they attack? Like people are saying they're in on Trevor Story. Like if that's true, like allocate those assets to pitching, whatever that means. Trade
but with who though?
I know. I mean, can you get someone else from the Reds? You just got
You got to go get one of those A's
Keep
pitchers,
going.
bro.
Go
like
get
Frankie
an A's
Montes.
pitcher. But the problem is there's so many teams that are
So
saying
many
that right
teams.
now.
I know.
There's so many teams
and
saying
teams
that.
they hug these prospects, man. They love prospect capital so much, which I understand you need to have cost controlled players, and that's basically why they like them so much. But at a certain point, you got to just get rid of some and go and address your big league team. They have to do something via trade, or else I can't put them any higher than second in the AL Central. Like they're nowhere close to the White Sox as far as their roster right now.
No, but they might be two right now. With expanded
I need
playoffs?
these TPPs, man. I got to
know.
get in the thick of this
I know.
shit. They're coming.
I mean, Guardians are being the Guardians. Royals are being the Royals, and it's the question mark is kind of the Tigers now. How far
That's
up
true.
do they come?
So the Twins are not two, I don't think.
You have Tigers.
I would say, I mean, those teams are all jumbled up somewhere. I don't think there's a clear-cut two. I love you, Twins. Twins territory. I almost forgot that. It's been a while. But we need some pitching.
Yeah, they need some pitching.
Go Joe Ryan, though.
Hot.
Fucking go show out this year.
Very
bro.
hot.
Mel Karn Kids lead singer.
What?
All right.
Where do we go next? The Tatis news
gotta
is like
talk
the
about
next
Tatis.
biggest one.
Yeah,
it's a
we'll
bummer
do
of it,
do some
but
West Coast and hit Tatis first.
Tatis
3
is out
months?
3 months with a fractured wrist. Do we get any more news on it?
He did speak to the media. I don't know. Is it updated there? He said basically that it was bothering him, but he thought he could work through it, and then he came to spring training, and they realized it was fractured. So, I mean, there's lots of reports out there. We don't know what happens. I don't want to, I don't want to throw anything out there. He hurt himself. He's got to get better, and it's been an injury-plagued start to his career. There's no other way around it.
No, and you can I'm going to butter this up a little bit. Like, there was a time when Bryce Harper had an injury-prone reputation. If you look at his numbers the past, 4 years, that guy's been a rock. Like, he used to really have that reputation. Tatis, you're entering a slippery territory. This guy is supposed to be, the best player in baseball, when he's right.
Yeah.
Everything all in. Like him, Ohtani, whatever.
Keep Brian Hayes.
Even if Tatis comes back fully healthy, he's going to have, he's only going to have one season with, over 120 games. And that's just people start talking. So if he comes back, he's healthy, and he leads the Padres to where they're supposed to be. But,
2020 and 2021, he didn't miss a lot of games. He was playing hurt, but he was awesome last year.
That's tough.
59.
Played hurt and was awesome last year.
Yeah. It's can they tread water in that division without him? Because that's what it's going to come down to.
Right?
He is going to come back.
Matt Olson to the Braves.
Matt Olson to the
Wow.
Braves. Holy
God
shit, Freddie.
Damn it. Freddie's gone. Freddie's a Dodger.
Freddie's
Anthony
a Dodger.
Rizzo's a Yankee.
Freddie's
Anthony
a
Rizzo's
Dodger.
a Yankee.
Rizzo's a Yankee.
Damn it.
We had the
What
pleasure
are you
of
gonna
hanging
say?
with Matt Olson last night. And you guys can weigh in on this. One of the better people you're going to be around.
I
And
just want him to be a Yankee.
The Braves got a good one. If you're not going to get Freddie, is Matt Olson, like, can he be better?
Matt Olson's awesome. I don't know if he's better.
But,
Matt
yeah,
Olson's
that's stupid
awesome.
for me to even fucking say. But
That's bummer for baseball, dude. Freddie Freeman should have stayed on the Braves.
I don't know if it is, man.
Nah, he should have been a Brave for life. That's he should
I-
have. He should have a statue. His body's built like a statue. That's a bummer.
Would they put the tight sleeves on a statue? Probably.
Go
Matt
bring-
Olson has 2 years.
Re-sign Freddie.
Matt Olson has
Have him
2
DH.
years of arbitration. Then he's a free agent. So you're getting those. That's a great window for the Braves. I think their window is larger than 2 years, but at least these next 2 years, they're solid there. Damn, man. Ashlyn, how you feeling? we need
Holy
to ask her how she's
smokes.
doing. All our mansplaining baseball sport girls are probably freaking out right now. Peter's
Peter's
gotta be
gonna
happy.
Out of control.
He's got to be happy because
he's at Royals camp. He's probably making a scene. He's
He's
probably
making a
fist
scene.
pumping at Royals camp.
It's-
That Matt Olson got.
do you
traded.
think it was
No, he's not excited.
do you think it's Freddie Freeman
he loves
and
Matt
then,
Olson?
and then Matt Olson?
Moylan,
He's at grips with Freddie leaving though.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
He
was
doesn't want it,
he was
He's
mad
not
at me.
at grips with it.
but he knows it's realistic.
He was mad
I
that
don't
I
think he
said the
did.
Mets are better than the Braves, and I said, well, they don't have Freddie.
He
He's like,
said
they're
if,
gonna
he
have
said if
Freddie.
like Freddie went to the Yankees, he wasn't coming here. I think Braves fans aren't happy right now.
Like I said, here's Freddie Freeman, and you get him back. This is happiness. And then Matt Olson's like right here, right? Like,
It's 2 years versus 5 years of Freddie. Whatever I don't know.
what if they try to extend Matt Olson? It'd be cheaper than Freddie right now.
You can try. Not everyone loves the business side. As a fan,
Sure.
you want Freeman to
Sure.
be a Brave for life.
100%.
You got to think about Braves fans that way first, but then that's when the math works out and all that stuff. You understand it, but there's like if Mauer left the Twins, I would have had the same reaction. I was so happy when he stayed. Some guys are made to be lifelong guys, so I didn't want Kershaw to go to the Rangers. Whatever. Now Freddie's going to go to the Dodgers.
I agree with you, but Jake said it best. We've never treated Freddie like a real free agent just because of that. He's not from Atlanta. So, like, the Mauer thing is, like, he's, like, literally a homegrown kid. Freddie's from Southern California. It's seeming like he's going to be on the Dodgers, right?
That's the heavy favorite. It's that or the Yankees, and the Yankees don't seem to have that in them.
So, Braves fans, if you're pissed, I understand, but also realize that your team isn't going to be significantly worse. It might be the same. It could be better. So, like, on that regard,
Kutch to the Brewers is getting announced now.
that's the Brewers. Here we go.
Baseball's hot in the streets.
Hot in the streets. We're supposed to be going to Brewers camp today.
Caliente en los calles.
Matt Olson. I had the last ever dinner with Matt Olson as a
Oh man, they were feeling
they were feeling
they were
it.
feeling the two Matts were like they were in a little bit of like a melancholy state about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took a picture with our Matt, and then they turned and said that might be our last picture together. Which our Matt was like, oh.
Yeah.
Then
Whoops.
did you take one at dinner with them?
Yeah, but it wasn't
No,
a
we didn't take a
selfie.
picture at dinner. No,
Okay.
There were pictures.
It's not very show.
There were pictures at dinner.
So he's not a package deal. So then the A's pitchers are still going. Because, I mean, the A's now.
It's a free-for-all. The Twins, go get Montes. Somebody go get Swerve and Irvin. Somebody go get, who else is there? Manaya.
If the A's, I mean, Pinder was here yesterday. If someone
Hot.
wants to grab him.
Hot.
Manaya.
He's a stud, dude.
Stud.
I mean, Chapman, they can wait. But they didn't wait on Olson.
Chapman's gone.
You think so?
I think so.
Montes gone.
They just want to make sure they get the right package for him, but there's a lot of suitors for that guy, dude.
Laureano, Trevino, Murphy.
Man, I was talking. He let me in on some info last night, Chappie, and the things that have gone on. He had a really good one-liner with Billy Bean. I have to share off camera.
Wow.
But you're right. These dudes were talking yesterday. Like, we know it's coming to an end. It's sad. We want to be together. Our number one thing would be all of us to be on the same team. We feel like we have a good squad, but they knew it was coming.
Yeah. And I guess that's why with the Freddie stuff, it's almost like There's two different sides to the business side. Like these guys that came up with the Oakland A's had to grind their hardest to become the best MLB dudes they could possibly become, knowing that there was no chance they become a lifelong Oakland Dodger.
They had like a 1-year window to win. This
like
group
they
together.
know. You've heard
Fucking
Glass
crazy,
now
dude.
talk about it with Rosie. Like if you're in the Rays, it's just like, well, until Wander, we'll see. But like, so that's where Freddie hitting free agency after winning the World Series and being that dude. Go get paid and go to the Dodgers, dude. If you're a Braves fan, it sucks. That's a guy you love.
At least they replaced him. Like, at least they were
Right.
And Matt Olson lives 45 minutes from Brave Stadium. So
Yeah.
that's cool,
he's
man.
a Georgia boy,
Like,
right?
this is like, again,
Oh,
I know it's
yeah,
not
dude.
Freddie, but this is the second best option that you can have.
Riley, a Georgia boy too, right?
Young Thick.
Yeah.
Matt Olson not going to get in any trouble. Like, he's going to put work in. He's going to put up numbers. Like, he is everything you want in a ball player.
Date my
So-
daughter.
How
could date
shocked
his
would you
daughter.
be if it wasn't Freeman to the Dodgers, Rizzo to the Yanks now? Like, how much of a lock is that in your brain?
I'd be shocked. I guess
I
the
don't think
Yankee
I
side,
don't think the Yankees are out on Freeman.
because there's LeMahieu and Voit there. But, like, if Freddie's going to the Dodgers.
I don't think they're out on. I don't think the Yankees are out on Freddie. There's
have
no way.
We have an update from Ashland. Jeff Passan tweeted out the trade. And, Atlanta and Oakland agreeing to trade Matt Olson to the Braves, sources with the dealer. Ashland replied, "Bitch, what?"
And she's got a spacey outfit on today. I don't know if you saw. It's like
What
pink
the
hair, blue shirt, gold chain.
Oakland will receive Pache,
Oh, wow.
outfielder Christian Pache, Shea Langoliers, who's that?
Langeliers. He's a catching prospect.
That's a big freaking haul.
Ryan Cusick, Joey Estes. So 4
Get the
for
roster
1.
resource for the Braves. I want to see what they
Dude,
are.
a 4 for 1.
Pache.
Pache and Langoliers are they're 1 and 2.
They're real
Something's
prospects.
happening.
Well,
Yeah.
Pache, honestly, look, Pache's come up and hasn't performed as what they want. He's very young. There's obviously much time for him to develop into a star, but
He was your guy for a little bit.
he was my guy.
But, dude, also what you're talking about with prospect capital, like Pache had some opportunities. The Braves figured it out in the outfield last year with a bunch of vagabonds. They still, Drew Waiters is a big outfield prospect for them. Like, go get Matt Olson.
It's
And they
their
did.
window, bro.
And they did. Golly. So
Dang.
let's see. Dansby, Ozzie, Austin Riley,
It's a great
Ozuna's back.
I just said the Mets were my favorite in the NL, and I told Peter if Freddie goes back, then I consider Braves and see what happens with the Dodgers, the Brew Crew.
Braves Mets this year
This
is
puts
gonna
them
be
right up there.
awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a series and a hell of a year between those.
They also got
games.
Chadwick Trump, my guy.
Great name.
It is a good
Yeah.
name.
Do you know him?
Shea
I know him.
Langeliers was a non-roster invitee.
I think he's probably not on the 40 man.
Yeah, he's their number 2 prospect on MLB.com.
Yeah.
And Pache's still their number
Like
He's
when
on
they
the
bring
40
the
man,
when
yeah.
they bring
I
the big
know.
prospect to pro camp.
Oh,
Volpe.
yeah.
Volpe's
that
a
should
non-roster
not be
invite, too.
categorized the same on here. As
They went
It is,
too
not
far.
on the roster.
I understand that, but he's in the system.
You should put a gold star next to him.
A lot of times they're not even like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not. That's a big haul. So I think the A's are in the numbers game right now because they want to get down to 40 million payroll. They want to have nobody like in arbitration on the squad. They want no fans to show up, and then they want to say, "See, we need to get out of Oakland and go to Las Vegas." So they're looking for just young guys.
So they were saying the A's got put back into the revenue sharing system this year, and then they have like 2 years to have a real plan for a stadium. And if they don't have a real plan, then they're out of the revenue sharing again.
Really,
So I don't know if that has anything to do with this. It's just the A's being the A's, I guess. I need a water.
Trev needs a water. I mean, all right. The White Sox signed Joe Kelly. I like this
Dude,
for the
we
White
haven't.
Sox.
I think it's Rodon and Kershaw. We haven't done that yet.
Oh, I'm just going to bullet point all of them. I mean, Kershaw going back to the Dodgers, I wish it was more than a 1-year deal, but I'm happy that he's going back. And with Bauer on administrative leave and maybe not coming back, I don't know the situation. We'll have to wait and see how that unfolds. But I like that Kershaw's back.
Yeah, Clayton's back.
What was it? 1 year what?
We did the starting pitching thing. And now if you're the Dodgers, you still have Buehler, Urias, Kershaw, Gonsolin, and then it's Heen Dog. Like, the Dodgers are not done making moves. And then Rodon goes to the Giants, and, like, the Padres get the Tatis news. Like, NL West got a big shake the last couple days. All of baseball's getting a giant shake right now.
We knew this was going to happen. We thought it was going to be like directly after the lockout was over, but it's taken about 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
It actually makes me believe the owners abided by the not talking to teams.
They got you right where they want you.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
You're totally right. They're like, we got to wait like 5 days,
I
guys.
don't know. 1
We're
year,
on to
1 year,
you.
$17 million for Kershaw with incentives, which is like below the qualifying offer. I don't know. I know that he's not the best pitcher on the planet anymore. He's still like better than that. So
Yeah.
that's just a very friendly. I feel bad the way Kershaw gets treated. Like he's a washed up guy just getting 1 year deals. Like I love CeCe Sabathia, but the Yankees and CeCe had an agreement that he was going to get like 1 year, $10 million until he retired, basically, because they just loved him so much. That's how it feels. Kershaw still had a 3.5 ERA with 22 starts. The season before that, 2.1. Season before that, 3.0. All the seasons before that, best pitcher in baseball. And he's just kind of getting treated like just like the veteran that you're just keeping around as fifth starter for camaraderie reasons. It's like he still can be so good.
I think maybe like the fans or the general public maybe thinks that, but I don't think the Dodgers feel that way about him.
I understand.
You'd like to think those conversations are open. Like, how much do we talk about Kershaw and the Rangers? Like, because if he wants to do that, like, he can do kind of what he wants. Like, I'm sure the Texas Rangers put random name team here would give Clayton Kershaw a 3 for 60, 3 for 20, just to like bring that guy in house.
Yeah,
but he doesn't want to do that. He's one of the few guys in baseball I think you can actually have that conversation about.
Yeah. So Kershaw's back to the Dodgers.
Kershaw back to the Dodgers. That's huge for them. They need pitching. We mentioned on baseball today. We have to talk about it at some point here. We don't know what the hell's gonna happen with Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, I said it while you were getting water. I just have no idea.
Oh, sorry, I missed that one.
You're all good.
We have no idea.
Yeah.
And if he comes back,
It's a big difference maker.
it's a massive difference maker, and that makes their rotation just scary.
The Giants, who they went toe-to-toe with literally every day last year, they signed Rodon, the last like impact starting pitcher free agent on the market. It's going to be interesting to see how much of this Giants magic this team has because Gossman left.
Yep.
But now they bring in Rodon, who was incredible last year. Incredible. Like, there's injury concerns, but his stats off the charts. Logan Webb broke out. They brought in Alex Cobb to see if they could give him a little of that Giants pixie dust.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you guys know I said a couple times like I was gonna re-drink the Padres Kool-Aid this year. I was in. This is what they've been building up for. They just lost Tatis for 2 months, and these two teams are still forces, man.
I was surprised Rodon went to the Giants. I just didn't consider them. I don't know why. Maybe it's rude. I'm sorry. He kind of fits the bill.
He does
a little bit.
The
A
veteran
little worried
bill.
about his velo and his innings, and have you seen the chart? Me and Jerry were looking at it yesterday. It's just a straight line down of his velo last year. Do you want me to show you?
I kind of want to see it.
We love a good.
They
chart.
obviously know that data, and they think that they could fix it, or
limit, or I don't know.
find some way for rest. They've been very successful with veterans over the last couple of
Right.
years, so that's kind of their MO. And dude, there's always going to be a team that's zagging when other motherfuckers are zigging. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's getting younger and saying, hey, we can get these young guys and we can pay them, league minimum, and they can perform if we what's that called when they do 2 people at one position? Platoon. If we platoon, blah, blah, blah. The Giants are saying, these are great ball players that are undervalued in the market. We're going to go grab them all, and we're going to count on them and rest them the right way, and they're going to produce for us.
That's his velo chart on fastballs throughout the season, game by game.
Yeah, I mean, could have been tired. I don't know.
Tired, yeah. Tired arm. Who knows?
Emptied the tank in the playoff one more time. We'll see. Giants magic.
Go Giants. We should go see them. See our boy Gabe.
Let's go see Gabe.
We're going tomorrow or no? Dodgers, White Sox.
We don't know what
we
we're
don't know what
doing.
we're doing yet. Yeah.
That's like our MO.
Yeah, it is. It's
Wasn't for the chat.
It's a good one.
We'd be screwed.
Brad Hand to the Phillies. You said you want to discuss this one a bunch?
Quick take, Phillies dark horse sleeper team.
Dude, that division's brutal. Think
It's
of everything we
it's
just said about the
brutal,
Mets
but we
and
just
the
added two
Braves,
playoffs.
dude.
We just added 2 playoff teams, and I've been saying they have a core there. They need to address some things, bullpen being one of them. They need bats. They need an outfield.
If I'm a Phillies fan, I'm living a nightmare right now.
The Phillies, MLB trade rumors just came out with a rumor that Matt Chapman is on their radar.
He'd be good for them. He'd be good for fucking any team. Dude, the Phillies are living a nightmare right now. The Braves have this,
you're
like,
They got Brad Hand.
they have the base of a dynasty in Atlanta.
A base of a what?
Dynasty. Like, dude, they have so much young talent. They just casually got Matt Olson. Like,
Well, they got rid of Freddie Freeman.
they
though.
won last year.
They got worse at that position.
I don't think they got worse.
Matt Olson's
Can we,
really good.
can we put the numbers?
Yeah, I'll go
comparatively?
because
Let's do it.
maybe I just spoke freely, but Freeman's so good at.
I mean,
defense,
these guys
too.
are both elite.
They're
first
both
basemen,
gold.
So
Like, they're both, like, they're studs.
they're absolute studs.
Um,
Matt Olson.
And then if
More
doing a
handsome than
batter
Freddie
comparison.
Freeman. Sorry.
How many years do you want to take into account? Last 2 seasons, last 3. What do you want to take into account?
2 full. So 21 and 22. Wait, are we in 22 right now?
I think
What
we're-
year is it?
Yeah.
20. So you want the last.
Just do 2020 and 2021. I don't fucking
All
know.
right, 2020 and 2021. Freeman, Olson, batter comp. Let's see.
Let's
I
do
really don't know what this is going to be, so I'm excited. Freeman, OPS plus higher. Okay, Freddie Freeman batting
OBP,
average.
big difference.
Everything. Freddie Freeman batting average 311. Matt Olson 250. On base
Matt
percentage.
Olson had a bad 2020,
Yeah,
and
he
Freddie
did.
was MVP in 2020.
Yeah.
So 19
He could be
probably
cherry picking
makes
a little
it
bit, but no,
fair.
look, this is
Wouldn't
great.
that just be why? How could that be an argument against Freddie? You want me to include 19?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Freddie's a stud. I mean, no one's
They're both
dissing either of
studs.
these guys. They're absolute monsters.
All right,
at their
I
position.
stand by what I said, that they got worse at the position. Freddie, and it's no disrespect
Let me
to
see.
Matt.
Let me see.
No disrespect to Matt Olson. Freddie Freeman's just very, very, very
It's
good.
very good.
Freeman's
The
really
OBP
good.
is the biggest
I
difference.
mean,
that I'm
every
looking at.
slash line, Freddie's better.
It's
And significantly better. Last 3 seasons.
Freddie's awesome.
It's no disrespect to Matt Olson, but the Braves got worse at first base.
Incrementally. Look at this one. Incrementally worse. Like, I mean, I don't even want to say that.
Yeah.
How do you want to say that?
I understand because we like Matt Olson. I'm just reading stats.
I would have said that before meeting him yesterday. You know I've been a Matt Olson guy. He's
Yeah.
really good.
Hot. Okay. So we're talking about the Brad Hand to the Phillies. There you go.
I wasn't really talking about because Brad Hand.
What's next?
There's a bunch of relievers.
There's just a bunch of
There's
little things.
Kikuchi.
Kikuchi to the Jays. My
Jays
guy.
are scary. You guys have to be terrified of the Jays as Yankee fans.
Kind of terrified of what the Yankees are doing. Too busy worrying
You're
about
terrified
the
of
Yankees.
yourself.
Terrified of ourselves. Once, if I ever get to the point where I feel good about ourselves, then I'll start looking at the landscape and being terrible about and being terrified of that.
Real quick, because
Yeah.
you recently said the Yankees may be the 4th best team as currently constructed
Yeah,
in the AL East. Where are they now?
3rd or 4th.
3rd or 4th. Maybe they moved up a little bit.
Maybe they tied whoever's in 3rd.
It's like a current
Well,
I don't
Rays,
think they
Jays,
got.
and Red Sox.
I don't think they just got crazy better. It depends on the next move, which I thought
Yes.
was going to be Olson or Freeman. Now, if it's Rizzo, then they're 4th.
It seems like Rizzo.
Then they didn't get much better.
I'll tell you what.
They got better.
Freddie Freeman's value, I think, just went because now it's 2 of the biggest markets
Yeah,
after him.
yeah.
My goodness, guys. What a day of baseball. What a couple.
And, dude, this
48
is going to
hours.
keep happening for the next 48 and the
Man,
next 48.
Red Sox
Correa.
signed. Red Sox signed Jake Diekman. He's a nice bullpen piece.
Like
It's
that.
gross. He's perfect
Replaces
for Boston.
Ottavino, and
gross.
they're gonna start. They're gonna get Trevor Story soon. That's gonna suck. It's gonna make me mad.
White Sox. Joe Kelly already said that. The White Sox bullpen is incredible.
Joe Kelly's like their 6th guy.
Yeah, Joe Kelly. Will
I
be
looked
like,
it up this morning. Joe Kelly has 40 playoff appearances.
That's awesome.
Like, Joe Kelly will be pitching in a big moment for the White Sox in October. And guess what? He's going to do pretty good. Like, that dude finds it at the right time.
The White Sox are in my group of teams I'm considering for my pick.
Wow.
Group of teams considered for the pick.
Yes. I'm serious.
Uh,
That's something big.
Cubs get Andrelton Simmons. Phillies get Familia.
Yes.
Series. Trying to
They're
revamp
addressing the
pen.
bullpen. They're addressing that. They need to go to get a bat now.
Familia in hand is a crazy way to address a bullpen.
You hope.
Yeah.
Dude, the Phillies are living a nightmare. They're making rules about Steve Cohen not paying for a super team, and then you also have the Braves. And the Phillies brought in Dombro to go for it now. They're in a bad spot.
Nelson Cruz to the Nationals. This is an interesting one.
Couldn't figure this one out. I told C. Rose this morning, like, there's a chance he gets traded before the season, and maybe they just paid $50 million to get a few prospects. I don't think he's going to demand that much prospect capital, so that's kind of a dumb take on my
I don't think
end.
you can legally do that. I think in the
Of course you
CBA,
can.
you can't just sign and trade a guy. They need to be on your team for a certain amount of time.
They just did it with Falefa.
Falefa got
They
traded.
traded in.
He got traded. You can't sign a free agent just to trade for prospects. Otherwise, the Yankees would
I think you
sign a
can.
free agent. And then trade
I don't
him
know.
instantly.
I don't know if that.
You have to be on a
Trev
team
ran
for a
this
certain
theory,
amount
and
of time.
someone said that someone did that with Freddie Galvis.
I don't know the rule on that. I haven't heard of that rule, but
It should be a rule.
in the
It is a
in the long run, this is Nelson Cruz going to protect Juan Soto. Rosie had a take. It's to make sure Juan Soto's happy. They want to,
Yeah.
I don't know what the Nationals' plan is, man. They're in a predicament with Juan Soto and where they're at. I mean, they have to try to sign him, but they're gonna have to give him $500 million to do it. And then where do you go? I don't know. Nationals fans, let us know what's cracking.
They could also, I mean, even if they're not signing him before the season, they could definitely fucking drop my phone down the side of the couch. They could also be signing him to trade him at the deadline.
Right.
But
Or like they traded Edwin Encarnacion at the Mariners trade him in May.
these guys aren't going to bring back massive prospect hauls, so I don't know. That's an interesting sign. $15 million at his age, though, good for him.
And we heard a rumor, and there was rumors, and I think it came down to these two teams, was Nelson Cruz. Yeah. Oh, we've got rules from BBD. Oh, my God.
That's a big. I'll hold it.
MLB.
I'll hold it for you.
I can't read it now. It's too far away.
Yeah,
June 15th.
June 15th.
The player can waive this right.
Oh, so it's up to the player. So if Cruz is in on
Right.
it,
But if you sign as a free agent somewhere, you
Okay.
intend to go
I never
there.
knew
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Never knew that rule.
yeah.
Well,
Well, that rule and whatever Jake is about to say,
Nelson Cruz to the Padres should have happened.
brought to you by DraftKings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thought
That's
that you
obvious.
just
That
had.
thought is brought to you by DraftKings.
Yeah, and college basketball is going on right now. You can bet $5 on any team and win $250 in free bets. It's that simple. If they win, you win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code JOHNBOY. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. If they win, you win with promo code JOHNBOY this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 plus restrictions apply. See show notes for details. I won 2 big bets this week already. Just to let you know.
You're bad.
Sharks comeback plus 450.
Did you win that
The cricket
Cricket
one?
thing?
Night
Yeah,
watch.
me and Moreland won the cricket, the
nights?
Lion, the night watchman.
I mean, you should just be a professional cricket handicapper.
I don't know. I don't know if the show cares, but I bet that bet, and then cricket journalists were quote tweeting it and being like, "This is how bad the pitch is. An American is betting confidently on the Night's Watchman to hit the over. That's how bad this wicket is." And me and Moylan were like, "Oh my god, we just fucking made a dumb bet for fun." But if that's what,
They think you're all in the numbers.
yeah, like this is how bad the grounds are here.
I actually ate a gummy and decided I wanted to have some
I hadn't
heat.
watched a single ball. Anything else we need to talk on? We get the Frazier next episode. Maybe some big.
Yeah. He got traded.
Like I know we don't want to do rumors. We're gonna go hang out at. We're gonna try and go to a camp right now. But I want to leave with. I think I'm gonna do just predictions, late round predictions.
Sure.
Because I think the way it's unfolded, there's some clear paths here. I think Freddie to the Dodgers, Rizzo to the Yankees, Story to the Red Sox, Correa back to the Astros. Those are like the 4 big ones left. That's That's my guess.
Story, do you believe in, or are you just defending yourself because you think the Red Sox are going to make a big move?
I believe in. Where else is he going to go?
Well, we talk like Matt Chapman could get traded. I mean, Story
can go to the what I just had in my head.
Phillies.
What an idiot.
When we did all the shortstop teams, there's the Houston Astros.
I love Trevor Story to the Astros, but if they can bring back Correa, I think they probably prefer that. Just two guys are just studs, so it can't go wrong, really.
St. Louis thinks they're
Hey,
in Story.
Volpe or Peraza, it's your turn.
Yeah.
They believe in you, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay, guys.
It may be. It's.
Freeman has a chance to go to the Yankees still.
They'd have to offer a lot of money, which I don't care about because, I mean, why wouldn't he want to go to L.A.? He's from L.A. Sometimes that's a hassle. Sometimes you don't want to play in your hometown.
He's not from L.A., but he's close enough. I don't think he can live at home.
Oh, really?
He's in Orange County. I mean, that's
Oh,
a
yeah,
commute.
yeah.
So I don't think he's.
Well, then that's kind of even a nuisance then. New York it is.
You heard it here first.
Yankees great, Freddie Freeman.
Well, if the Yankees get Freeman, then I think the Red Sox get Rizzo.
Helicopters to and from, maybe Freddie.
No, don't do it.
He's negotiating that in the contract.
All right.
All right.
We did it. Crushed
We did
that.
it.
And we're together.
We'll be back Wednesday for more baseball talk. There's going to be so much more that happens. If there's anything breaking and we will, but we're also filming a ton of content here with players. We're doing golf challenges, blitzball challenges, trivia shows, game shows, bunches there's a lot of stuff that's coming out. So it's not like we're just sitting around hanging out. We've been busy. But we will jump on if something crazy happens.
Yes. That's it.
Love you guys.
That's the show, players. Should I kiss Jake?
Yes.
Flinched.
Jake sucks.
Kissed me at the home run derby. People forget that.
I didn't, bro. I did? I think I kissed you last night.
Oh. Josh Donaldson, how conversations went with Garrett Cole. Should we play this real quick?
Hold on. Show's not over.
Show's
Don't
not
leave.
over. Show's not over. Show's not over.
When I named Garrett Cole as part of the thing, I said, look, he's the first guy that's pitched since suspensions have been handed down. That was what I said about Garrett Cole. And I said that I thought that this was a league problem, right? And those are my words. And I felt like the league has addressed the issues that were at hand. After that, you didn't hear from me. And